All right. Sorry about that. The mic output, it keeps, or mic input, it keeps being weird. So
Yeah, it keeps changing on us, but it's all right. We're here. Apologies if you missed that entire conversation we had at the start, but that doesn't matter. We are here, RIT Orange, Southern Miss, and it's already a quick start for Southern Miss as you see Manny looking to finish this player here. Now, I believe they will get finished actually by Solaire, so good work from Southern Miss on the team shotting. Missed jump from Manny. Now we'll just go into the hill and look at all the time that Southern Miss has accumulated. This is pretty early to be getting this much time on the hill. Now the player I want to highlight for RIT Orange, I know he's 0-3 right now, but it's not going to be for super long, is Severity, who is not spawning back in. It felt like they were taking a long time to spawn back in there, which I know there's a respawn timer, but it felt like a little longer than that. Widow's going to grab a headshot with the shock rifle, and Solaire is pushing through the spawn. It is just pure dominance right now for Southern Miss. Severity finally getting on the board, and first hill gets captured by USM, and they're looking to continue stacking this time.
yeah. So for those of you that are not Halo fans like me, this King of the Hill, you have to capture the hill point for a certain period of time, and then you get a point, and it's first to four.
Solaire just had an overkill. He is 11-2. Sorry to cut you off, but Severity will finally end his streak. I don't even know where that came from, but you can see RIT spawning all the way over towards Nest, and this is not great if you're RIT. This will be a second capture for Southern Miss as long as they hold on, but I do see RIT finally getting some map control, but not for super long unless if this player ends up falling, as that's Widow. Gets one, gets away with his life. That nade will not connect. Two for Southern Miss, and Pickle is in quite a pickle at the moment, has three players collapsing. Southern Miss get into the point, and now this is going to be the capture of point number 2. Now, if you don't follow Halo, they are going to need to get 4 captures in order to win this game. And there's number 2.
Yeah, I mean, what great gameplay. You see Solaire popping off 11-4 right now, and Southern Miss is playing beautifully. Already have 2 hill captures, and it doesn't look like RIT has even gotten close at all to picking up these hills.
Yeah, and Southern Miss are just holding them in their spawn. Finally, they get one, and this is solely because the hill rotated to where they were spawning. And you can see Southern Miss is collapsing quickly. It'll be Pickle, the first line of defense, but not going to survive for super long. Solaire will cut him down, but this is going to be team shots onto the body of Solaire. Cardi needs to collapse with Manny here, and they're doing just that. Good shots onto Severity, and another player is put super weak. Cardi, that nade will either push that player out or get the kill, and it has done just that. There goes Kairos, and Southern Miss continuing to roll. Now they should be able to grab some time here, as there's only one player up on ledge, drops, dead. One player in back spawn, but how long will they be alive?
Yeah, and it seems as if their Cardi got kind of third-party by Kairos on the left, and RIT Orange is gonna look to take their first hill. There looks to be staying off of it a little bit, and you'll see Cardi picking up another kill. Cardi again picks up Severity, the trade-off of Manny, and Southern Miss is now finally getting that crucial hill time, but we'll see them playing beautifully so far.
Yeah, and something that Southern Miss does very, very well is read the spawns. Now, a lot of good Halo teams are going to read the spawns, especially on these maps. They're a lot simpler than what you'd expect from other titles, but regardless, that is why they're so successful, because they just know where everyone is at all times. Great patience from Widow to hold his irons, wait for that player to push him, gets the kill, and that was the closest player to hill. You likely are going to get your third if you are Southern Miss, and almost you're finding another, but Severity, again, the player to watch if you're RIT. He's the man that's going to be leading the charge in the kill department and IGLing for RIT. He's going to be the one that needs to step up if RIT is able to get any map control here.
Yeah, no, totally. And he went from 0-3 and now he's 10-9. So you can definitely see he's playing that offensive pressure, trying to capture these hills, and it's kind of working off as Southern Miss has been pushed back very well. RIT Orange kind of had a tough start, and we'll see the bomb come out there, finally taking out Severity, and almost a complete team wipe there for Southern Miss. Pickle the only one left, and Southern Miss looks to take another point.
Yeah, now they are one away from taking map number 1. I know we just got into the map, but if you were here on Saturday, you saw much of the same, and they are just trying to slam the door shut on any hope RIT may have had in this map. And I mean, there isn't much to begin with. You can see the game clock too is starting to wind down. Only 2:20 left on it, but we might not even need those full 2.5 minutes. 18-8 from Solaire. He is having a heater of the game. Let's just stick with him for a little bit, as long as he manages to stay alive, and it looks like it's gonna happen. Solaire is gonna cut off these spawners, and RIT gonna be aware of the position. The Tigers are struggling to get out of their den right now. 1 second for the power items. They have spawned. Now it's gonna be Shock and Camo possibly in possession for Southern Miss. And actually, there's gonna be a couple RIT players in position to at least grab that camo.
Yes, but however, Southern Miss still has that hill. They're still on it, and we will see. I'm pretty sure that's Cardi rotating out. He got plenty of hill time, more than half. And it's going to be a bit of a struggle, especially if Southern Miss rotate these hills. Now, I don't know if are hill spawns random?
No, they're on a rotation.
Good.
So this one, after this hill, it'll go right back into the middle of the map. And we saw Severity had camo there, but he really hasn't done anything with it. And he was the last player alive, gets picked off, and that might be map right then and there. Players from RIT going to be spawning out. The only player that's really in a position to stop this is that guy in mid, as the rest of the Southern Miss squad has pushed out towards the spawn, and that will be game, set, match. Map number 1 going to go to Southern Miss, and it's a 4-0 sweep.
Dang, what a game. I mean, Solaire popping off. I'm pretty sure he finished that game with 20 kills. That was insane. A nice 4-0 sweep there from Southern Miss, but that is wild.
And taking fire team, so in just a second here, we'll have to have a couple players restart their game, but it's okay. 4,700 damage for Solaire, 4,400 for Widow. And I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. I mean, that was at least a longer map than the teams this weekend did. If you're RIT, I mean, can we take a look at the kills and deaths of each player? That likely would be the last thing I would really want to take a look at. 18-11 from Solaire. I mean, 11-7 from Widow, 11-6 from Cardi. Yeah, and even the assist category column is pretty even across the board.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful game. Only lasted 7 minutes and 30 seconds, which is not something I'm used to.
No, and if you were here for the King of the Hills on Saturday, I believe the one against Ferris State was 5 minutes, and the one against Utah State was 5.5. So Southern Miss has just been running through some of these teams, and I mean, they're just in a great spot at the moment. We do head to a Slayer on Streets. Southern Miss is 1-1 on the map, and actually, I think they played it on Saturday, so I think they're 2-1 on it as of right now. And that one loss, if I remember correctly, comes to UNG, who is the best team in Collegiate Halo right now.
Okay. This is interesting. So you explained to me earlier, Slayer is team deathmatch.
It's literally, no, it's not basically, it just is. It literally just is team deathmatch. Yeah. It's just weird because they have to give it a different name because they don't want to use the same name as Call of Duty. Well, they also came up with the mode first, so it just made sense to call it Slayer. But yeah, it's just TDM. That's all it is. So if you follow Call of Duty, it's the same mode. Obviously the difference being that the Halo gameplay has like the power items and stuff like that spawn up. Now on on Streets, we are gonna have the camo in the middle of the map as the power item, and then there won't be a power weapon. There's also gonna be some GAs that get followed, so no one's gonna be picking up that Bulldog, which is the shotgun, because that thing is just purely busted. And there's also an AR. I don't know if it's on this map. I don't think it is, but the AR will also not be in play if it ever pops up. This is a team that's obviously going to follow GAs. There's certain ones in C-Halo that don't, which is fine. I understand. A lot of the college Halo players also aren't purely competitive players. They don't come from that competitive background, so they don't have that kind of understanding. That's fine, obviously. It's not like a huge deal, especially in some of these games where you're seeing them end so quickly. It's like, is that weapon really going to change the outcome? Because he's usually not going to. But we are into Slayer here on Streets, and it's going to be a 3-man hit for Southern Miss out towards driveway side of the map. And see one has dropped down from garbage for RIT, but that player is quickly swarmed from Southern Miss. It's going to be an early 3-1 lead, and USM looking to get the spawn trap going early.
So for those of us that aren't really Halo watchers, what is the score to get to?
50. So you need to get 50 kills to win the game.
All right.
Good trade there from Cardi. Takes down Severity. Camo has spawned in. Is there anyone to capitalize on grabbing it? Manny doing a good job of pinching, but he needs to hit his shots. He needs to hit his shots here. It's a really awkward gunfight, and he ends up falling. But that player is absolute. Phoenix will get the charge of the shield. Lose them again, but it is an 8-5, 9-5 scoreline. Has a stalker rifle too, so Phoenix may be able to at least create some individual plays, but while that's happening, the rest of his team is getting slayed. Phoenix does find a kill onto Cardi, but that's gonna be it. It's a double kill for Widow. He's on a killing spree off the rip. He's 5-1. Southern Miss trying to set the pace early on. As you can see, the map has just started, but it is 12-7.
Ooh,
make that 13.
Goodness. Widow, the shots he's hitting, I mean, able to hit all of these headshots, and we'll see him take out another.
Widow should not be getting that kill. Absolutely not. Pickle not cleaning that one up. Sitting at 0-4 right now. A tough start to this game, but they're going to need to turn this around. Southern Miss has doubled the score. They had a 50-18 Slayer on Saturday. I believe it was on Live Fire though, so different map. And you're seeing Camo is going to be spawning up in just a couple seconds. This should be coverage for Southern Miss. And if they have a shroud screen, even easier, which I don't think they do.
I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure Widow is on a 6 streak right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah.
But holy, Cardi able to take out one. You'll see Widow facing, I don't even know.
Does have camo, so can start hopping around here, and look at that play from Widow, just bouncing around being annoying. He's found another. That player is so weak and he can't finish the kill. But this one is, this guy in side of B, Dom, is pinched. Not for very long though. Has the teammates to watch over. Southern Miss gotta be a little careful. They have a 7-kill lead, but that can dissipate very quickly on streets. They need to watch just flying at players, because that's what they're doing right now. This player in A needs to back down and now has the teammates to help on through. And Pickle is not going to get out. That's Manny on the pinch. Only finds one though. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Can it be a 2-for-2? No, it's a 3-for-1. No, okay, my math is done. I'm not mathing anymore because everyone on the map just died.
I have no idea. Trades came off. There were grenades chunked. People dying from explosions. It's insane. Now, you'll see RIT is playing very close together, which is good. They'll get double shots on people, and Cardi and Solaire both pick up that trade. Severity gets a kill on Manny, but Manny able to pick up another one.
That's a good shot with the stalker rifle. Widow was falling down and was nearly out of sight, and somehow his head still managed to get taken off. Wasn't sure who that was from RIT, but they are at least making use of the power weapons, but it's not helping them in the game. As you can see, the red rifle getting as much work as humanly possible, down to 7%, and Cardi gets to stick. Wow, Cardi going off there, still only at 8-6, but it is a 6-kill lead. 8 minutes left on the game clock. 0-8 for Pickle. He needs to get something here. Yeah, he's under watch of dropping a goose egg.
Yeah, holy crap. Southern Miss is playing beautifully right now.
Wait, and that was Camo. Camo spawned again. Widow grabs it. RT are just confused, dazed and confused. Can't get out of spawn. Southern Miss just shutting everything down. The Tigers are getting declawed.
Oh my goodness. Now I would like to say Pickle did pick up a kill earlier. Southern Miss, though, just sweep their spawn. They are 13 kills ahead of RIT Orange and counting. Holy, another one. Widow is going. Widow's on top of it. Southern Miss pushing everything they have, just increasing the lead. RIT Orange have yet to find another kill.
I mean, they have just blown this one out open, and I expect it to be at least a little close, and it was for a time, but now Southern Miss are just 8 kills away from taking this game. There's nades, there's There's plasmas, there's everything everywhere. And it's just kind of been chaotic, but Southern Miss have controlled it, and it's simply just spawn death if you are RIT. They got put in the blender, and they have become the juice. You do not want to be the juice in this situation either. You just have been eviscerated from the map. Finally, it slows down a little bit, but you only need 3 kills now. Southern Miss can just fly at every single RIT player they see, and team shot, team kill, 2 and 12 from Pickle. Not a great map. It's basically, this is just done and dusted. This should be a map for Southern Miss. It would need to be a national catastrophe for them to lose this game. That will be the last kill in just a couple seconds here. Solaire or Widow will pick this one up. That's a steaktacular. Great dinner, 50-30, 2-0 lead, and 1 map away from taking the series.
Goodness gracious, it was neck and neck. Obviously, Southern Miss having the upper hand with getting that 6-kill lead early on. But
I don't have room. I don't have room to breathe trying to talk about what's happening. They're just running it down as Southern Miss again, just putting down the damage. I mean, there's not much to say about that game. It was close for the first probably 20 kills for each side, and after that, it was all Southern Miss.
Yeah, no, 100%. They stepped on the gas once they hit 25 kills, and they're like, we went out.
I mean, the Golden Eagles are looking more like vultures right now. It's just pure destruction, and we saw this on Saturday. I wasn't sure what type of Southern Miss squad we're gonna get, especially because this map set honestly does not benefit them much. This is some of their weaker maps in the pool right now. We will head to an oddball on Recharge. I think they played it once on Saturday, but outside of that, they haven't played it at all this season.
Yeah, we will see. I'm not familiar with oddball either. If you could explain that, that'd be great.
There's going to be a skull that spawns in the middle. That is the oddball. You have to hold the ball, and as you hold the ball, 1 second will equal 1 tick, and when you get to 100 ticks, you win the round. Now, you have to win 2 rounds in order to win the map. So there's not a whole lot to it. There's really not a mode to compare it to either. It's kind of its own thing, but that's it. That's really it.
Yeah, I got you. And you can't use weapons while you hold the oddball.
No, but the oddball, you can punch it. It does a little bit more damage than the normal melee, and you can do it faster.
Okay.
So you can get 2 punches on a player before they can get 2 punches on you if they're holding a gun.
Okay.
So it's very rare, though, you'll see someone get a kill with the oddball. It's just how the rotations work. You're typically kind of far back. And what you'll see a lot of is players holding the ball either on a ledge that, like at least here, you'll see it on bat ledge where the batteries are in the center of the map where the ball spawns, or you'll see them back there on that generator so they can throw it off the map and reset the ball if they get pressured.
Yes. Okay, and it looks like RIT Orange is coming out here with an early lead. I do not think anyone has yet to pick up the oddball. No,
you'll see a couple waves of kills probably before ball is grabbed. That's just in order to establish map control, because otherwise you can see where the ball is at. You are dead if you don't get a couple waves first.
Right. Sounds good. So far, even on kills, and it looks like Southern Miss picks up the early oddball take, and now this is interesting to see. Southern Miss players will be playing around each other just due to the fact that, you know, it's like protect the present.
Yeah, and this setup right now is perfect. You have 2 players watching control. You have 3 players watching control technically, but one's in the middle of the map so they can see in that long haul if a player ends up pushing through there, and running out of bullets is, I believe, Solaire. That's unfortunate. Cardi will continue to hold the ball. Widow now the last line of defense, and you're going to see that ball get tossed out to the middle of the map, and that is a good play from Cardi. Knows he doesn't really have good possession, and he's just going to let this one play out. Is just doing a little dance of death with that guy holding the shock rifle, and finally they'll fall. But ring around the rosy for those 2, and it will be 31-0 to start off round 1. Southern Miss now need to reestablish map control because RIT have the opportunity here to pin Southern Miss in their spawn, but it will still be Southern Miss grabbing the ball, grabbing time. They're going to try and take it towards that turbine, and for now, they are at least getting some presence on the map for that hold, but I don't know where the ball is going to be played, as no one from Southern Miss is really in a position to grab it right now.
No, not really. And RIT is making that push straight into Southern Miss to try and take that oddball. You will see a challenge. That's 3 kills right there. 1 for Cardi, 2 for Solaire. Beautiful little kills. I'm pretty sure that Manny is holding the oddball right now, and RIT is trying everything they can to get there. You will see Manny throw that ball away.
Now he's gonna get the punches, and reversal there for Widow. Everything going the way of Southern Miss. And I was gonna call it that really not weird spawn, but Southern Miss, the way they're positioned, they ended up spawning RIT in long haul, and it didn't seem like they expected it. It didn't lead to anything too major, though. They had all their bases covered. A nade kill for Solaire. Manny finds 1, and this is going to be another kill for Solaire as long as he connects on his shots, and Player will sneak away. There you go, though. You're seeing almost had the movement, but still behind this player, so that's going to be a kill. And this could be an 100-0 round for Southern Miss. This is probably the last good push for RIT if they want to get a chance at least finding some time in this round.
Yeah, it's looking very likely. I say that, and Southern Miss gets absolutely swept. Finally, RIT is getting some time on this oddball. However, Southern Miss only needs 17 seconds to win the round. So we're going to have to see some amazing defense here from RIT. However, 2 of them just got wiped out.
Yeah, but a good play there from the ball carrier. That was going to be Kairos. Does manage to at least throw it off the map, so that'll force a little reset for both teams in order to grab that reposition on the map. Southern Miss gonna hold it over towards Bat. We'll see if they're able to get a few kills here, and it looks like they do just that. Southern Miss should have control of the ball. Widow does fall, and that's a... Actually, no, he did not. It just looked like his thing had an X, not a circle. I was a little blind there for half a second. Cardi will be the one to, again, grab the ball. And 10 seconds now for Southern Miss to win this round. And I don't see anyone on RIT near the ball carrier. Actually, I do. I just did not see that player in yellow. It doesn't matter. We'll end up falling, and that's going to be round number 1. 100-12. Southern Miss, 1 round away from making this series a quick one.
Wow, that was beautiful. Almost 100-0. But RT made that solid push into that oddball. A nice reset there from, I'm pretty sure that was Manny.
I think so.
Which put them over. They got that map control, but now we're into this next match, and so far it's not looking too good for Southern Miss.
Yeah, a couple early kills for RIT, but Cardi gonna grab that BR, and that's gonna help him find at least 1. Map control, though, should be over to RIT finally. They're getting spawns in control for Southern Miss. They aren't able to control the map, though. They're not reading the spawn. Solaire finds a double when he most likely should not have even been close to it. Great coverage from Solaire, too, to watch that player in glass rotate around. He's just playing with RIT at the moment. Manny gonna be the one with shock rifle. Hopefully he can toss this to a teammate, and by toss it, I mean the ball, so he can hold that shock. And there's someone pushing into yellow here, and it looks like Manny at least has a chance to shoot. Widow will find the kill. Cardi looking at the cross over towards mid-bridge. He should have this kill, and he does. Finds another player next to him, has to back away. And will this player chase? If they do, that's not a great decision.
No, not at all. Widow defending the ball with his life. Manages to pick it up. I mean, Widow on that streak, I'm pretty sure. He's just defending it with his life. I don't see any of his teammates really with him, but it looks as if they did manage to group up together, and they're holding all of the angles. We'll see. It's interesting to see how many nades people can throw in this game.
Yeah, so by default, you spawn in with 2, and then there's a million spawns on the map of different nades. Like, there's spike grenades, there's plasma grenades, there's more places to pick up frag grenades. I don't know about on this map specifically, but there are more places to pick up, like, the default nades. So, yeah, nades are a huge, huge thing in Halo.
Wow, that's interesting.
And these some good predictive spawns, and Solaire tries to grapple the camo, and he won't. So that's going to be a camo over to RIT. But we saw them had it. They had it once in that first round, and it ultimately didn't give them anything. Can they make something out of it this time around? It looks like they will be at least able to get some ball time. Finally, feels like for the first time in forever, they are getting some control on the map.
Yeah, and it's gonna be short-lived as Solaire manages to pick up one, and Southern Miss is just sweeping. I mean, just sweeping the squad out. RIT now lost ball control back in the hands of Southern Miss. Solaire now Cardi now holding the ball. And we'll see this almost perfect defense from Southern Miss.
I saw someone got through control. I don't know where they ended up. In fact, there's 2 players now in control. So Cardi's going to be in a bit of a weird situation. May decide to throw that ball towards mid where the camo spawns up. Just no real reason to stay there, and that's exactly what he's done, and this will allow Southern Miss to rotate over to C. I'm just now looking at the scoreboard too. It's Phoenix sitting at 3-15, not what you want to see. 23-13 from Solaire. He's having another banger of a map. Severity will find the headshot, but you are nearly losing this series in a 3-0, 82-13. That player with ball is getting collapsed on, but Severity, the one that has the power weapon, needs to get out of here, needs to find a way to get out of glass, and does just that. Shot into the head of Solaire, not going to connect on the second, but will have the teammate help. Although all the kills still going to Southern Miss. Where is ball? It looks like it's been played, so will spawn over towards Bats. And now the shock rifle in the hands of Widowmaker.
Wow, Widow manages to take out 2 of RIT's players there. We'll see Severity take out 2. Phoenix takes 1 out. Manny gets a grenade kill on Pickle. Manny picking up another kill on Phoenix.
And that was a triple kill for Manny. I didn't even notice that, but managed to escape as well. He can grapple the ball here if he gets the timing right or gets the angle right, and he's done just that. And that, it might just wrap up your series, as there's 1 player left on the ball, and it's just gonna be a beatdown, 100 to I think it was like 13. Southern Miss 3-0 sweep of RIT Orange, now 6-2.
Oh my gosh, at the very end there, you just see Pickle slide in and Manny just drop him to the ground with the ball.
That was the last hope too, if you are RIT Orange in that one. So Southern Miss just rolling again this time. I mean, that's just a tough one just tough pill to swallow if you're RIT Orange. But Southern Miss, I mean, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when you couldn't hear us. The difference between the top 3 teams and literally everyone else is so drastic. And you see right there, Solaire 6,200 damage. Oh boy, 5k damage as well for Widow. Yeah.
What a great Halo experience. That was so fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate if you are RIT Orange that it's going to be your series. So yeah, that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you all for joining. We had 3 matches tonight. Didn't expect a triple header. It just kind of happened out of nowhere. The original intention was to stream Apex, but ECAC is streaming that. That's still going on. So if you head onto YouTube and go type in ECAC Esports into the search bar, it'll be that first stream that pulls up. They are currently live. Southern Miss Halo, or Southern Miss Overwatch, or Southern Miss Apex, one of the titles. Southern Miss Apex is currently playing in the finals. I don't know what the score is. That they don't have the scoreboard published, but they could win tonight. So that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining. Go follow us on social media. There you can see the down below on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Also here on Twitch at Southern Miss Esports. On Twitter /X, it'll be at USM Esports. But thank you all for joining. We will catch you guys back here tomorrow night when we have team playing. I don't really remember what it is. I think it's Street Fighter we have on stream tomorrow because there's just not a whole lot going on. So something different.
Interesting. Okay.
Thank you guys all for joining. Southern Miss.
To the top.
See you tomorrow.